Economist Kelvin Chisanga says Zambia is likely to experience increased fuel costs in the coming weeks due to global supply disruptions and limited domestic stocks. Mr. Chisanga explained that diesel reserves remain strong at about 300 million litres, enough to sustain operations for 60 days, offering some stability to transport and industry. He noted that petrol, kerosene and aviation fuel are more vulnerable, with coverage of only 19, 14 and 9 days respectively, which makes the market highly sensitive to shocks. The Economist emphasized that government has introduced a statutory levy as a reserve measure to safeguard fuel availability and cushion against international price movements. Mr. Chisanga pointed out that despite this intervention, households, businesses and transport operators are expected to feel the burden of rising costs. He stressed that diversification of import sources is essential to reduce reliance on a few suppliers and strengthen economic domestic reserves. The Economist highlighted that energy efficiency, extended storage capacity, and investment in alternative energy solutions will be vital to mitigate demand pressures and protect consumers.
Global geopolitical tensions are creating supply deficit in terms of energy imported product in most of the developing countries. What we are seeing, even in the case of Zambia, is that we are remaining on a sensitive mode in regards to the fuel profile aspect, where we are seeing only diesel covering a substantial amount of days in terms of operational cover, as opposed to the other product that we're able to see in the product line. So this creates a sensitive market situation where the global shocks can lead now to spikes of prices in most of the commodity aspect, meaning what we're trying to see in the near future building up is the pricing structure that will be able to ignite from there. And what we see also obviously is that government has also put in place a reserve ratio aspect, which is also taking place with an aspect of certain reserve levy, which is basically going to cushion the supply factors. And what we see also working from there is that we are basically seeing deliberations of optional supply sources, which should be able to now to come on board and mitigate the current situation. And we need now to build a 90 days fuel reserve cover, which should be able to be substantially cushion the impact as it is right now. So all these are precursors of what we should be able to see setting up the future moderation of fuel supply chain in the country.